Hello and welcome to the Singapore Indoor Stadium. We are here for the second match of the second session of today. It's the Group A match between Singapore and Myanmar. Of course, the Singapore Indoor Stadium, part of the larger sporting complex that is known as the Sports Hub here in Singapore, a fantastic facility which comprises of not only the OCBC arenas for swimming as well as for court games, but also the National Track Training Area, the National Stadium, and the Singapore Indoor Stadium as well. It's a beautiful facility. The National Stadium is truly a marvel here in Singapore. Let's take a quick look at Group A, shall we? Thailand topping the table at the moment. They've won one game, Singapore losing that game. The final score there was 51-19. Singapore in action now against Myanmar. We're hoping that they will be able to eke out a win in this one, as we see the fans slowly making their way into the stadium after work. If you look on the big screens, you'll actually see all the fans jumping around in the stands, all having a great time here, ready to support Singapore.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the Singapore Indoor Stadium, the Singapore Slingers.
Hey, we've got the Singapore Slingers joining us here in the stadium, apparently. Our main basketball outfit here in Singapore. So this match is going to be between Myanmar and Singapore. Myanmar have so far played in the 3-on-3s. They've lost both of their matches so far against the Philippines and Thailand, but two very strong teams there, so understandable. Thailand have been a dominant force. In fact, Thailand have been a dominant force all throughout the games. They've been the most dominant nation, winning a total of 1,005 gold medals in all editions of the ASEAN Para Games up till this one. We haven't added in their recent editions, of course. Recent editions currently, well, Thailand have managed to pick up a total of 57 so far. They've got a total of 169 medals in these games. 57 gold, 54 silver, and 58 bronze. A little bit further down the table, Singapore with 18 at the moment. 18 gold, 10 silver, 12 bronze. And Myanmar just one notch below, 10 gold, 11 silver, 22 bronze, as the lights go out for the team introductions. Welcoming out Team Myanmar and Team Singapore.
It's game time! Welcome to the 8th ASEAN Para Games 2015 Wheelchair Basketball Competition! This is the match between Team Myanmar and Team Singapore! Introducing first, Team Myanmar! Here are your players. Number 10, Ang Mint Win. Number 11, Min Pang Min. Number 18, Nang Tun Zaw. Number 23, Ang Ko Ha. Number 43, Zin U Ta. Number 55, Tong Ki. Number 77, Lin Tu Tin. Number 90, Ko Ha Tan. Number 88, Coco Ang. And number 99, Coco Min. Assistant coach, Kyo Myo Kine. And head coach, Ang Myo Mint. Team Myanmar. And now, Team Singapore. Here are your players. Number 4, Koo Sang-hwa. Number 5, Dexter Go. Number 6, Michael Lee. Number 7, Chu Po Chun. Number 8, Muhammad Kamas. Number 9, Chong Ping. Chung Hoi. Number 11, V. Vijayan. Number 12, Suhaimi Pa-in. Number 13, Mohammed Hussein Abdul-Jabbar. Assistant coach, Roy Wong. And head coach, Bridget Lichtenberger. Team Singapore. The officials for tonight's game are from Malaysia, Yup Po Boon. From Korea, Park Duk Gun. From China, Zhang Jun. And game commissioner from Korea, Suk Sun Lee. And now, may we all please rise for the national anthems for both teams, beginning with the national anthem of Myanmar. And now, the national anthem of Singapore. Once again, Team Myanmar and Team Singapore!
Everybody up on their feet, all ready for plenty of exciting basketball action here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Team Myanmar and Team Singapore exchanging flags and tokens prior to the match. All of them shaking hands. Singapore have a relatively older squad, save for Chupo Chun, who's one of their younger additions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the starting five for Team Myanmar. Number 23, Ong Zhao U.
Okay, let's take a look
Tan Ko Han, number 77.
at the starting lineup. Min Min Peng, Ang Zo U, Tho Jin U, Hin Tin Lin Tu, and Han Ko Ha off the bench to join us. On the court first for Myanmar. Then Singapore, Koo Seng Hwa, Dexter Go, Chupo Chun, captain, Kamas, as well as Ung Chong Ping. If you look right down at the bottom of your screen, there's one girl with a flag very enthusiastically waving the Singapore flag, dancing away there. And we see on the opposite side, lots of people filling up in the stands.
A wheelchair basketball team consists of 5 players drawn from 8 classifications. Each team must not carry more than 14 points. Here, Lexi shows how. At the highly impaired end of the scale, 1-point players rely on their arms to return to an upright position and struggle to hold and catch the ball above their heads. 1.5 players are similar, though with slightly more function. 2-point players have a low degree of impairment affecting trunk control and slightly better sideways movement. Their impairments are more symmetrical, allowing for better catching. As are 2.5ers, though they have slightly better trunk control. 3-point players have good forward trunk movement and can twist well, giving the ability to change direction easily. 3.5ers are similar, though they can twist more easily, making it harder to knock them off the ball when dribbling. 4-point players have good trunk movement, though it's asymmetric, with slightly less control down one side. Minimally impaired.
Action's already started here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Ko Chun taking the ball. A little bit of contact there between him and Ko Ha. So we'll be playing 4 quarters of 10 minutes each here today.
Number 9, Ko Ha Tan, Myanmar, first personal foul.
Ball going back in play. Seng Hwa throwing it. Po Chun now. Po Chun laying it up for Seng Hwa. Rebounds. Dexter tries to get it. Myanmar solid with it. Watch how he's leaning into that push. He shoots and scores, opening the account for Myanmar.
And in, that's 10. Lin Tu with the first points of the game.
Lin Tu there. Sinking in 2. Dexter falls into the lap of Po Chun, who almost struggling just slightly to get back up, even with the help
Number 77, 10,
of the
Lin
Myanmar
Tu.
players
Myanmar,
and
first
Dexter.
personal foul. Substitution, Myanmar, number 88, Coco Ong, checks onto the court.
In comes Coco. Now there are 2 Cocos on court. On the team for Myanmar, we've got Ong Coco in the number 88 jersey, Min Coco in 99. Shot clock down to 0. Got 24 seconds. Lin Tu. Another tip chair. Koha quick to break away and let him there. Out comes Bridget to help him back. You can already hear the Singapore crowd roaring in the background there as Singhua throws the ball back into play. Chongping looking for Singhua, who tips it over to Dexter. Nicely sent over. He slips the ball past Lintu. Over to Chongping, who just can't quite get it. Singapore on form, even though they've got Chongping down on the ground. Po Chun trying to find space. If he can get in just a little closer. He couldn't, but Chongping could. Chongping easily slotting that in, but no.
Min 11, Myanmar, first personal foul.
So we've got a first personal foul there for Min Peng.
Myanmar checks into the ball game. Number 99, Coco Min.
Singapore still looking for first points. Kamas passes it to Po Chun. Po Chun coming around the back, but blocked by Min Tuin. Singhua there as they sink it in, but just after the buzzer. Singapore just unlucky. Ball sent way too long by Lintu. Singhua throwing it in. Dexter manages to retrieve. Back to Singhua. Over to Dexter, who manages to avoid the bodies, but intercepted by Koha. Pass on over to Lintu, but he fumbles. Ball just stays in play. Too much contact there on the ball. It's going to be a free throw.
On Chongping, number 9, Singapore,
Min Coco.
first personal foul.
Too easy there. Doesn't make that second shot. But it's okay, it's Myanmar with the lead at the moment. Singapore still looking for first points. Po Chun trying to avoid a collision of bodies, manages to get it over to Dexter. Dexter going round by the side, swirling round, back over to Po Chun.
Timeout, Singapore.
Singapore calling for a timeout because they haven't proven so effective in the opening minutes of this game. You can see the stands all filling up. There's a lot of support here for our athletes taking part in the ASEAN Para Games, which has been fantastic. Singapore doing a lot in the past few months to ramp up efforts to show inclusivity. There are actually a lot of places where athletes with disabilities can go in and find a sport for them. Even some of the polytechnics for wheelchair basketball, like Nanyang Polytechnic. Nanyang Polytechnic has a great club which invites people with no disabilities to join them in wheelchairs, to join them for a game of wheelchair basketball, to try and promote the sport a little bit more. As Linthu scores his second basket. Take another look at it as he shoots up just off the glass and back down. Singapore with a fast break. Dexter passing it over to Singhua. Singhua nearly missing. Back over to Pochun. Tipped out by Minh Thuy. If you look at the physical size of both teams, Singapore almost has the bigger sized team. Ball goes just out there. Good play from Singapore. Singhua to bring it back into play.
Singapore, number 6, Michael Lee checks into the ball game.
Michael Lee steps in, making himself felt on court immediately. Ball intercepted and sinks it in. Ang Ko Ko.
Number 88, Myanmar.
Brilliant shot there. 7-0 at the moment. Singapore trailing. Pochun looking for somebody. Singapore really needs to get back down. A lot of focus on the defensive, but they're not going to win unless they start getting a little more offensive. In the nicest way possible, of course. Because you don't want too many personal fouls either. We saw 3 players in the previous match sent off for personal fouls. You're allowed 5 before you have to be substituted off. Linthu passing it over to Koha, who can't quite manage to sink it in. Singhua. Pochun, who sends out long ball hoping to find Dexter, but instead it's intercepted by Myanmar. Minh Thuy. He shoots, he misses. Again, miss there from Zo'u as it gets sent out. Myanmar, very effective. Minh Thuy again.
Dishes it in off the glass. It's number 10.
Minh Thuy with his first basket of this game. It's all Myanmar at the moment. Singapore going to need to up their game again. Myanmar. Zo. Brilliant shot. 11-0 now. With just over 3.5 minutes, Michael Lee pushing it down, but he hit the rim. Bridget telling Michael to chill out. Just slow it down. You don't want to rush into the shot. Feeling the pressure, maybe. Min Koko. Lintu shooting and missing. Dexter passes it to Pochun. Pochun trying to get past the defense. Blocked. Michael trying to evade. Lintu once again going around on the outside, just stopping it from going out of bounds. Koko shoots, rebounds. And Myanmar just managed to grab it. Zo'u. Ningthin. Bounces back out from Min Koko. 2.5 minutes. Singhua. Singhua up and over to Michael, who tips himself over. Manages to right himself. You see the fans in the stands wondering what's going on and if he's okay. Min Koko. Loops it over, doesn't quite get it in. Pochun gets it on the rebound, sends it long to Dexter. This is what works for them. This is really what works. But Dexter doesn't quite have it in him to slow down to take the shot. Singapore fans there still busy cheering as Dexter is helped back up.
Substitution Myanmar, number 90, Tan Ko Ha, checks into the ball game, and number 11, Min Pai Ming, checks into the ball game, Myanmar.
Substitutions then for Myanmar, with just less than 2 minutes to go. Lintu managing to worm his way around the outside, cleverly helped there by Zo'u. Finding space. Minh Thuy, Zo'u passes it to Min Peng. Intercepted on the rebound by Pochun, who sends it over to Michael. Down to Singhua. Singhua has it, sends it over to Dexter. Dexter trying to take his time now. Sends it up to Pochun, who manages to grab it. Could he get his first points for Singapore? Yes, he does. And the crowd goes crazy at the prospect of Singapore opening their scoring account.
Dishes it in.
Contact, ball sent back the other way. Senghua gonna take this one. Pochun on his right. And that's where it goes. Pochun edged out to the side, avoids sending the ball out, so passes it across to Chongping, but intercepted by Myanmar. Lin Thu now close enough to score, but doesn't quite manage it. Pochun taking it over. He's looking for Dexter, can't find Dexter, so he manages to find Senghua. Senghua can't quite evade the very persistent Myanmar defense. Lin Thu trying again, ball intercepted. Lin Thu scores. We've got 15 seconds left. Singapore need to close this gap. Timeout has been called by Singapore though. There is quite the reliance, although the fans are smiling and waving. Pochun seems to have snagged his hand there, just receiving a little bit of medical attention on the sidelines there, as Bridget dishes out instructions on how to finish this quarter. Pochun really the driving force behind this team. He's been profiled quite a bit in the lead up to these games. So now he's a familiar face. We've seen him on all the posters around town. So due to the personal foul, it's Michael that steps up to take this free throw. Misses both of them, unfortunately. 15 seconds. (2-11) in favor of Myanmar at the moment. Waiting for the ball to come back in. The spectators all cheering there. As they shoot, 7 seconds left on the clock. Senghua will come back round, sends the ball back to Pochun, who will try and shoot. Oh, that would have been beautiful. But it doesn't make it in. And that's how we end the first quarter. Singapore trailing here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. But the crowd is still upbeat and positive, rooting their home team. 2-11 at the end of that first quarter. It's been quite disappointing for Singapore. But Myanmar doing well. Top scorer so far, number 77, Lin Thu. Let's take a look at all the action from that first 10-minute quarter. Myanmar had opened the scoring account. A lot of morale being dropped there. Pochun really needing to carry his team and keep them upbeat in the face of a very dominant Myanmar side in this match. Min Twin, Dexter and Pochun proving that was Singapore's first point, and the crowd went crazy there for him. And those were the only 2 points that Singapore managed to snag in this first quarter. Just 2 minutes for this interval before we welcome the teams back out. Pochun calling them all in. They need to play a little bit tighter. They need to be a little bit faster. Ball into Pochun. Looking for Chongping. Back to Pochun. Pochun will try and shoot. Ah! Chongping aided by his foreign counterparts and applauded by the crowd for his efforts. The camaraderie between the two sides all still very pleasant, as we've seen throughout most of these matches. Bit of collision there with the wheelchairs. Dexter getting the ball from Pochun. Pochun facing a little bit of a clash there. Ball almost being tipped out of his hands from the back. So, back to Pochun, who will try and lay it up, but sends it just wide. Just long, rather. Min Coco. Up and in. His first basket from the field. Nice to see the Singapore crowd cheering on their Myanmar counterparts as well. Pochun after Singhua. Singhua looking for space, finds Pochun. Pochun looking for his teammates. Dexter is where he was aiming, but it's Coco that picks it up. One of the Singapore players down and requesting assistance. You'll notice that some players are able to jump back up and right themselves, but some players don't quite have as much lower torso control. And that's the reason for the classification system. It's a point system that basically allows each of the teams to come up with a fair makeup. 14 points are allowed in each team for the five-a-side wheelchair basketball. The classification starts from 1 point for those with a higher level of disability to 4.5, those with minimal disabilities. A lot of the classification is based on torso control and how much they're able to twist and turn, bend over forward. You'll see some players like number 77 Lin Tu from Myanmar able to really get a good lean in. Some of the other players not quite as able to do so. Singhua rolling the ball just out of reach of Chongping. Now, the other thing that the players are not allowed to do is use their feet to lift themselves out of the chair to gain a greater height advantage. If they do that, there is a penalty, of course. And it's also important to note that the wheelchairs are seen as extensions of the athlete. So when it comes to marking boundaries and contact, what they do with their wheelchair also plays a big part. Tsenghua seeing space with Chongping, but not quite making it. Intercepted by Myanmar, but Michael manages to grab it, sends it over to Pochun. Pochun trying to find space for Dexter, but not making it. Michael manages to grab it, tips it up, but sends it out instead.
Number 77, Myanmar, Lin Thu Tin checks into the ballgame.
Lin Thu, again in front of the net. Just hits the rim. Just falling a little short. (2:13) to Myanmar.
Singapore, first personal foul.
Another great effort there. With the free throw, Lin Thu. And it's 2 for 2. The Myanmar crowd. Ball thrown in by Tsenghua. Intercepted. Another chance for Myanmar to score, and it's Lin Thu again. Dexter passes it to Pochun. Pochun regains control, wants to pass it to Michael, but tips it just over. Intercepted by the Myanmar team. Coco. Coco, who will find a position, hold it, send it over to Min Thuy. Lin Thu tried to reach for it, couldn't quite make it.
Substitution Singapore. Pa In Soo Hyman, number 12, checks into the ballgame.
Couple of substitutions for Myanmar and Singapore. Min Thuy shooting. Lin Thu getting nothing but net again. He's great at just lobbing it up. Currently top scorer for Myanmar. Substitution looking imminent for Myanmar.
Town Key, number 55, checks into the ballgame. Myanmar substitution number 18, 19 Zaw, checks into the ballgame.
All the players trying to find their space. The officials telling them to calm down. We've got 6 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Almost halfway through the second quarter.
Substitution number 7, Chu Po Chun checks back into the ballgame.
Po Chun coming back in. He really is the backbone of this team, holding them all together. Min Twin takes the free throw. Misses it. The game continues. Min Twin will throw the ball in. Passes it over to Nine Tun. Min Twin again. Shoots. Just bounces back out as Po Chun manages to grab hold of the ball. Dexter. Chongping has it. Sends it just over. It's up to Singhua. Singhua chucks it back to Chongping. Chongping tries to shoot. Hits the rim. Intercepted by Myanmar, who managed to push it. It's Min Twin. Min Twin shoots and he scores.
Off the glass and in on the fast
21-2 now to Myanmar. Singhua throws it in to Michael. Loses the ball though when he throws it back. And it's another one for Lin Tu. Dexter checking back to Chongping. One of the players down and not able to get back up. Zin U.
Number 11, Vivijayan, Singapore checks into the ballgame.
Vijayan joining Singapore, replacing Dexter on the field of play as Lin Tu tries to shoot and he scores again. Impeccable. Singhua tries to pass it to Po Chun, ends up intercepted by Myanmar.
Off the glass.
It's Ki Hyung.
Number 55, Ki Tong.
Scrappy play there. Min Tu intercepted by Po Chun. Po Chun looking the other way as he passes it to Michael. Michael shoots. Min Twin getting the rebound, chucks it long, sends it to Lin Tu. Po Chun tries to block, but it heads the way of Nyang Tun, who scores his first basket of the game. Po Chun over to Michael. Michael to Vijayan. Vijayan. Singhua passes it back over to Michael. Michael sends it long. Chongping sends it back over to Pochun. Pochun goes long to Michael. Michael back to Chongping, who ends up just stumbling over Myanmar.
Substitution Myanmar, number 99, Min Koko.
Min Koko back in play then. He's got 3 points to his name so far. He'll be keen to add a few more. We saw him in action and quite active in the 3-on-3s. Nangtun out to Min Koko, who shoots. Michael to Vijayan, who tips it out. Michael showing a little bit of frustration there. Too short to throw, so we're going to turn it back over. Singhua goes long to Vijayan. Vijayan trying to pick up speed and pace. Dodges and avoids. Zin-U sends it long. Sends it to Michael, who just goes over. We've seen it in a few teams now. There seems to be a slight over-reliance on just a particular 1 or 2 players to score the points, as Nington scores 2 more. We've got 1 minute and 15 left as Vijayan goes over, tips himself up. Bridget doesn't quite look happy with that call. Min Koko shoots and misses. Picked up by Linthu, who shoots, misses again. Pochun gets it this time, and he keeps it. Vijayan passes it to Singhua. Singhua looking for someone down the other end, but all the players seem preoccupied. Singapore just not quite able to shake off the Myanmar defence. Linthu. Ball sent out to play there by Ningtun. Singhua passing it back to Pochun. Pochun over to Vijayan again, who's passed it to Singhua. Singhua passes it to Vijayan, who shoots. Singhua again. Michael tries to shoot, as does Chongping, both of them missing. Min Koko passes over to Linthu, who leans into this, travelling faster, leaving Chongping and Singhua to collide. Min Koko tries to shoot, but doesn't quite have enough in it. Ningthun tries as well, but the buzzer goes.
Singapore Indoor Stadium right now. We want you all to unleash your inner
a disappointing second quarter there. A disappointing first half, really, for Singapore.
Just play it like this, ladies and gentlemen.
They will be wondering why they haven't managed to score at all in this quarter.
Yeah, stand up and show us what you
By this point in their match against Thailand, they'd managed to clock in 11 points at least. It was 28-11 at half-time against Thailand yesterday in the opening match for wheelchair basketball. But here we are now at the end of the second half between Singapore and Myanmar. And it's 2-31 in favor of Myanmar. 29 points separate these two teams. But at least the fans are still in a good mood for both Singapore and Myanmar, as the players started out both very positive, but it was Myanmar and Lin Thu that scored the first basket for them. Singapore did have attempts, although a couple of them were not allowed, but that was the first one which got us the points. 2 points there, courtesy of Chupo Chun, as Min Ko had ideas of his own. Singapore coach didn't look very happy there. Mien Twin, who had proven effective earlier on in the 3-on-3s, showing his worth again with a number of baskets. So here we go, field goals. You've got to look at it. Singapore just not scoring from the free throws. 60% Myanmar have managed to convert, but look at the field goals. 41% versus Singapore's 6%. Turnovers, 25 Singapore have had, but what have they done with them? That's the question. Points from turnovers. Of their 25, they've had 7 points from that. Whereas Myanmar have got 6 from their 4. It's not looking great for Singapore at this point, but hopefully they'll be able to get their act together for this second half. Myanmar will be very happy with the lead that they've picked up, a total of 29 points ahead of Singapore. Singapore 2, Myanmar 31. We're in the interval, the halftime break between this match. We'll be back shortly with third quarter action coming your way live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium.
That's a good one. Oh, I like that. Strumming your balloon. That's right. You're on the air guitar camera. Are you gonna strum with us? Let's strum along to this song. Where are all the rockstars at? Thank you.
Do you recall not long ago when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember? All we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Like this, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Like this, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Like this, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Like this, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. What will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? When the nights are long, longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Like this, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Like this, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Like this, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Like this, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때려 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 성숙해 보이지 위해 나는 너 Baby baby 나는 뭘 좀 아는 You know what I'm saying 오빤 강남 스타일 Sexy lady 오빤 강남 스타일 Sexy lady
Wow, all right, so our best dancer for today goes to the woman over there. She gets a Samsung Galaxy phone. Come down and pick it up. Thank you so much. Good job. Come on down, pick up your prize. Thank you. She wins a Samsung Galaxy phone. All right, give her a round of applause. Here you are, thank you so much.
Welcome back to the Singapore Indoor Stadium. We are about to get underway with the second half of this match between Singapore and Myanmar. Singapore currently trailing by 29 points. It's 2:31. Myanmar in the lead. Vijayan just interlinked with his counterpart there. Minpeng lobs it over, sends it to Linthu. Linthu tips it in to score the first 2 points.
77-10, Linthu.
Brilliant way to get this
Third personal foul.
underway.
Behind Singapore.
Rebounded off. Bochun grabs it. Bochun going down on the left there. He's looking for time and space. Doesn't quite find it. Contact though, which means he'll have the free throw. We're looking for a good conversion here. Singapore desperately in need of the points. They could use 2 for 2.
Number 77, Myanmar. 10, Linthu. Second
Quick
personal
substitution
foul.
for Singapore though,
Number 8, Singapore, Mohammed Kamas checks into the ball
as
game.
we send Chong Ping to the bench. Mohamed Kamas comes out. First ball doesn't make it to the basket. He'll try again. And it sinks in. It's a third point for Singapore. Min Peng taking his time, sending it to Lin Tu. Rebounds off, Bochun. He's got Kamas over on the left. Kamas grabs it, rebounds though, almost. Need to get a bit more net. Min Peng. Over to Zo'u, who sinks it in. 35 for 3. Bochun. Halted in his tracks there by Lin Tu, who has proved exceptional in marking. The rest of the players trying to create a barricade to let him in. Oh. Kamas trying to loop a shot under. Not working. Min Peng losing the ball. Singapore picks it up. It's Michael. Going back in to defend. 4 Singapore bodies. Now 5. Lin Tu as Bochun knocks his chair. It's another basket. Zo'u again. His 3rd for the game, 2nd for this half. His scoring account opened quite nicely, but he's got a way to catch up to Lin Tu. Bochun. Kamas. Bumped, bit of contact there. It's looking like we might see Dexter come back on. Senghua to take it. Send it in to Bochun. Bochun gets closer to the net. Leans out of reach. Doesn't sink it in. Frustrating. They need to be getting shots like that. It's close enough. Lin Tu. Up and over. Kitang and onto court.
Number 55,
Min Koko.
checks into the ball game.
Oh, too easy. Another 2 for Lin Tu. Senghua rolls it in for Bochun to pick up, while Senghua rushes down. Mohamed Kamas back to Bochun. Can't find space and he's locked down. Kamas again. He shoots, but it rebounds back and out. It's a fast breakaway from the Myanmar team. Ko Ha sinks it in.
10, Ko Ha on the fast break.
First points for this match.
Substitution Singapore, Dexter Go, number 5, checks into the ball game.
We welcome Dexter back for Singapore. Pochun. And yes, it's another 2 for Singapore. 41-5. Every point counts, and Singapore will celebrate every point they score. We've just passed the halfway mark in this quarter. Pochun seems buoyed by that point. Pochun intercepting nicely. Good defense there from Singapore. Banding it through, out of reach. As Mohammad Kamas throws it to Michael. Michael makes an attempt, but a bit too hurried. Michael needs to slow it down, pace himself, line up the shot. Lintu telling his team, calm down, it's okay. He makes another shot but misses that one. Singapore grab it. Pochun able to fast break away, but not able to get there just in time.
Timeout, Myanmar.
Myanmar calling for the timeout then. They've just lost a little bit of their edge in the last few moments. Just want to regather their thoughts maybe. Now this is of course the first time that Singapore is hosting the ASEAN Para Games. Only Kuala Lumpur has hosted the games more than once when they stepped in to host the 2009 edition after Laos had pulled out due to financial difficulty and inexperience in providing the necessary support for athletes with disabilities. Now the 2009 edition of the games was also a landmark in that it was the only time that the Para Games was held before the SEA Games. The next ASEAN Para Games will be held in Kuala Lumpur as well, the third time they've played host to this prestigious event. Singapore was actually set to host the SEA Games in 2013, but the sports hub hadn't been completed then, so they delayed it. Which is a good thing, because now we have a beautiful venue in which to host all of our athletes at these ASEAN Para Games. And I'm sure all the work that's been put into making Singapore an inclusive society will only mean that we will hold more and more editions of the Games in the coming years as well. The most number of gold medals won by Singapore in a single ASEAN Para Games was 15 in 2005 in Manila. We've already surpassed that. So Singapore is well on track. But possibly not in this match. Trailing now 41-5 against Myanmar with 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Senghua rolling the ball out to Pochun to give him and the rest of his team enough time to block the way, to give Pochun the space that he needs to shoot and hopefully score, but not on that occasion. Pochun almost managing to intercept the ball that time. Min Peng. He shoots, doesn't quite make it. Senghua throwing the ball out to Dexter. Dexter back to Pochun. Pochun again giving his team the time and space that they need. And then you notice Pochun taking his time as he pushes. Senghua just tipping the ball over himself. Almost there. That very nearly went in. Now each athlete is allowed 2 pushes of the wheelchair before they have to push and dribble. Bit of sweat over there on the floor. Quite important to make sure that the environment is safe. Of course, with the athletes in wheelchairs, it does pose a lot of dangers to themselves as well. Every single precaution is taken to ensure that they are given the best environment possible in which to perform. Mopping up the last bits on the side of the court there. This is a very physical game. The rules actually very similar to basketball. Wheelchair basketball is also played in 4 quarters. All the same rules apply, with the addition that the wheelchair is considered to be part of the player. So when you're looking at boundaries, when you're looking at contact, this is all very important. All the Singapore fans enjoying themselves dancing there. Whipping and nay-naying, keeping the atmosphere in the stadium at an all-time high there. Now the Games has seen some important figures. Yesterday we saw Lee Hsien Loong, Prime Minister of Singapore, in attendance here. And apparently David Beckham made an appearance at the Games Village and was watching a couple of the matches over at the National Stadium side. Good of him to show support for our athletes here. Always nice to have sporting legends in. Oh! Nice shot in from Michael Lee, bringing Singapore's total up. Great accuracy on that shot. Hopefully he'll be able to carry that forward. We've got 1.5 minutes left. Ball powered back down. 7:41 now. Singhua will take this. Over to Po Chun. Po Chun, if he can get close enough, will shoot. But it's Dexter's turn. Dexter misses. Sends it over to Kamas. He tries to shoot and he scores! Mohamed Kamas gets it in for Singapore. Singapore up to 9 now, and the crowd goes absolutely crazy. Singapore finally finding their scoring ability. And Myanmar can't answer back in this case. Linton not managing to get it in on 2 occasions. Intercepted. Po Chun takes it. He's looking for the rest of his teammates. He's deadlocked in. His teammates come to help. Swerving in and out there. Will he be able to get close enough to shoot? He does. He shoots and scores. Another 2 points there for Singapore. They're in double digits now. Free throw as well. Now you'll notice here what I was saying earlier on about the wheelchair being an extension of the player's body, even when it comes to the boundaries in the free throws. Po Chun misses on that occasion, but it's okay. He's managed to get 5 points in this half so far. Dexter and Mohamed Kamas picking up the rest to give them 11 points. 10 seconds left. The shot clock running down. 3 seconds. They shoot and they miss, and that's it. It's the end of the third quarter. Singapore managing to score 9 points in this quarter.
Now we're going to play the flex cam.
This
We want to see
is
all your
what we've been
muscles in the
waiting
crowd
for.
as
This is the
well.
Singapore team
All right,
that
ladies
we
and
have been
gentlemen,
waiting to
time for
see in
some
action here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium.
All right, we've got the coach himself.
Now you see Bridget smiling for the first time. That's what I'm talking about.
Our fans over there, show us your muscles.
So there you go,
That's
going from
right.
nothing in the second quarter to 9 points in the third. Singapore finally managing to break into double digits. It's 11-41 against Myanmar here on day 2 of competition. They've got to focus, they've got to concentrate. They can do this. Pochun, you can do this. And he managed to do that, opening the account in the third quarter with that free throw. Of course, Myanmar have managed 10 points. So Singapore kind of on par with them then in this third quarter. That was Dexter, followed by Mohamed Kamas. It was an incredible sight to see all the Singapore fans waving and cheering, clapping, getting so excited. Pochun, this man, they really do rely on him quite a bit. Okay, we're getting ready to get back in. It's the final quarter here between Singapore and Myanmar in the Group A fixture. Of course, it's the last match for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be starting a little bit earlier than today, 9 a.m. with 3-on-3 action. That's because we've also got the semi-finals taking place. First match will be between Myanmar and Malaysia, followed by Thailand and the Philippines. We see Pochun now. He needs to get a little closer. He'll try, but doesn't quite make it in. Min Koko. Mintun. Mintun shoots. Rebounds out. We've got a player down though. Singapore player down. As Nyangdun scores. Mohamed Kamas down on the floor there, but managing to get back up. Pochun. I think there's also a case of Pochun remembering that he can do this. He's been spending a lot of his time motivating his team, but he has to remember that he has the ability to get the points they need. Dexter there. Oh, brilliant. Chong Ping opening his account. Brilliant play in there. Oh, Senghua. Senghua has been doing a great job with all the throw-ins. Ningtun.
Off the backboard and in.
That's another one there for Myanmar. Brilliant there. Another one there for Pochun. He is remembering that he can do it now. Trailing by 30. 15:45 now with 7:40 left on the clock.
Singapore number 10, Chua Chong Hoi. Checks onto the court.
So this is Chong Hoi's first opportunity on court. Pochun. Brilliant choice of song as we welcome Chung Hoi. Pochun trying to get it there to Chongping, but instead goes the way of Myanmar. Nongtun with the chance, misses it. They miss again. Chongping over to Pochun. Pochun looking for space, assessing his options now. Straight down to the side. Over to Chung Hoi. They're locking him out as he tries. Trying to beat the shot clock, but doesn't quite make it. Myanmar throwing it in. That's Min Koko. Nongtun throwing it to Myan Twin. And he scores!
With the rainbow shot of Min Twin.
Straight over and in. Min Twin. Now that the Singapore crowd have had a taste of what they can do, they're shouting for more. Can Pochun deliver? Tried to rebound it off the glass there, but couldn't quite get it. Pochun trying to set up for another attempt. Can't get any closer. Passes it down to Sengwa. Sengwa tries to shoot. Falls short. Myanmar now. Over to Koko. Rebounded there, Min Twin with a second attempt, but contact.
Timeout, Singapore. On Chongping, number 9. Singapore, 4th personal foul.
Chongping with his 4th foul. That's not looking good. He's been quite an instrumental player in setting things up, especially in defense. But they want to make sure that they don't end up losing a capable player at this point. Bridget talking tactics through with Chung Hoi. Singapore have done quite well to get back into this game. Definitely capable of scoring a few more. But the responsibility lies very heavily on that man on the left. Chu Pochun. Not just the weight of his team, but also the weight of Singapore. That's the problem. When you're in the limelight, everybody looks to you. You are the name and the face that everybody remembers. But Pochun is dealing with the pressure very well. Min Twin missing the first free throw. High five there from Lintu. Bit of encouragement and motivation. Goes in for the second, and it rebounds out. Chongping passes it to Mohammad Kamas. Passes it to Sengwan, back to Pochun. Pochun grabbing it again. Needs to break away there from Zinu. Sengwan creating the space for him. Mohammad Kamas tries to get in the space. Min Twin losing the ball, and it goes out of play. It'll be Singapore's. Singapore directing them further down.
Substitution, Myanmar, number 11, Min Pine.
Min Peng coming out. Sengwa sending it long to Pochun. Pochun assessing options. Trying to turn around, create more space. Chong Hoi coming in to defend and block, giving Pochun the space to move. Chong Hoi comes in with an attempt. Chong Ping now, again on the rim. It's rebounded out. Lin Tu sends it back. Min Peng. Some great cooperation between the Singapore players now defensively. It's into the basket then for Myanmar. Pochun shoots and scores! 17 now for Singapore.
To Pochun!
We have 3.5 minutes left. It likely won't be enough for Singapore to get a win, but they need this for their morale. Shot falling short there from Min Peng. Sengwa will take it. See some of the other Singapore players warming up on the sidelines, looking like...
Number 12, Suhaimi Pa In checks back into the ballgame. Singapore.
Rolled out to Pochun. Pochun, who has the ability to bend forwards. Good torso control. Min Peng to throw in. Sent back. Lin Tu, who has such a unique way of moving forward, really bending his body into it. Not many of the players bend as far forward. Nice spinning pass there to Sengwa from Pochun. Sengwa, Pochun. Pochun shoots, sends it over. Could have spent a little more time to prepare that shot. When you think about it, this must be an incredibly difficult sport to play. You've got so many things to concentrate. So many things to concentrate on. You're moving forward, you're dribbling, you're passing, you're trying to get the ball, you're trying to shoot whilst moving. The calculations.
Number 9, Singapore, Ung Chong Ping fouled out. Substitution, Singapore, number 6.
There we go, Singapore.
Back into the ballgame.
Number 9, Ung Chong Ping fouled out and replaced. This was what we weren't looking for. But with 1 minute and 50, Chong Ping has contributed a fair amount. It's Lin Tu again. 51-17. Myanmar winning, but Singapore calling for a timeout now. The Singapore crowd still fairly upbeat, still cheering on the team. Of course, Singapore are looking for wins in every single sport. They had such a phenomenal showing in this year's SEA Games. Over 80 golds, which kept them very, very happy. But just looking at the medal tally at the moment, Singapore currently with 20 gold medals. Total number 44. Thailand still leading though with 59, followed by Indonesia on 58. Indonesia creeping up behind them. Vietnam on 39, Malaysia 36, Singapore in 5th place at the moment. Myanmar just behind them on 11 golds. Mohammad Kamas. Pochun. Pochun coming back out to allow his team a little bit of time. And we see good use from Michael, using his body to block. Michael gets the ball, he shoots. Rebounds back out. Min Peng getting it, but Michael managing to intercept. It goes back to Pochun. We've got 1 minute left of play. As the shot clock just runs out for Singapore. Ball going back and out. It's going to be Singapore's going the other way now. 45 seconds left. If Singapore are able to get another 2 points, they'll at least equal the number of points they got in their match against Thailand. In fact, if they get 2 more points, it'll be exactly the same result as Thailand. 51-19 was how that match ended. Singapore sends it. Pochun sends it just a little bit too high. Michael can't quite reach. The Singapore team eager on the sidelines there. Lin Thu sending it across to Min Peng. Young Tin. Lin Thu standing there on the sidelines waiting. Min Peng. Shot clock reading 7 seconds. Ball goes out. He's going to have to make an attempt pretty soon. It's intercepted by Suhaimi. Suhaimi over to Pochun. They need to move and make space. The buzzer goes with Pochun's final attempt from the halfway line. And that's it. Myanmar edging out Singapore. The final score 17-51 here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. It took Singapore a little while for them to find their way. But this is the winning team. And it was Lin Thu who proved the most lethal top scorer for Myanmar. Lin Thu in the number 77 jersey. As they shake hands, all very civil, all very courteous. Pochun still managing a smile. But obviously not the result that they were hoping for. The referees, the officials, Singapore team looking a little disappointed there. That's 2 losses for them, which unfortunately means they are bottom of their group at the moment. The Singapore fans, though, still smiling and waving, cheering on our boys. The Singapore Slingers there to support the boys as well, lending them the support they need. A disappointing match then. But Team Singapore still fan favourites. Just taking a look at some of the statistics now. At the end of that 4th quarter, disappointing conversions from Singapore as they waved to all of their fans here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. That brings us to a close for today's action. This is the end of day 2 of competition here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium for wheelchair basketball. We will be back again tomorrow, starting as early as 9 a.m. There you go, the final breakdown. Singapore really managing to find their way in the 3rd quarter. Myanmar really just walked all over them in the 2nd quarter. But pretty consistent performance from them in the 1st, 3rd and 4th quarters. 17-51 is how it all played out in the end here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. So tomorrow's morning session, we'll see 3-on-3 action. We've got Malaysia and Myanmar, followed by Thailand and the Philippines. And we'll have the preliminary rounds, well, the semi-finals rather, for 3-on-3, as we're just taking a look at the highlights. Myanmar really on form this time. But at least in the 3rd and 4th, we actually saw Singapore getting in the baskets, and we saw it from not just Po Chun, but also Senghua, Dexter and Mohamed Kamas getting on the score sheet there. Senghua's shot sent the crowd cheering in the stands with another one. They were so delighted. Po Chun. Again, everybody up on their feet for this team. Min Twin with another one for Myanmar, and that's how it really was. Myanmar walking all over Singapore, unfortunately, in the 2nd quarter, but Singapore managed to give them a run for their money in the 3rd and 4th. So the Singapore Slingers will be proud to lend a bit of support for the boys. And as we mentioned, the 3-on-3 semi-finals will take place from about 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll also have the bronze medal match and the gold medal match from about 11 o'clock tomorrow. Quick look at some of the stats before we go.
If there's one word that you can use to describe the Singapore...
No 3-pointers, unfortunately, but field goals, 38% for Myanmar.
3 words, never
Rebounds,
give up.
43,
Thank you so
but
much, sir.
you'll notice
Thank you so
Singapore's
much.
stats have improved there, 31.
Thank you.
Their assists, though, Myanmar unparalleled, 13 compared to Singapore's 2. Myanmar will be in action again tomorrow against Thailand at 4 o'clock. Then the later match will be Philippines versus Malaysia in Group B. Now, Thailand have been a force to be reckoned with in this basketball tournament so far, in both the 5-on-5 and the 3-on-3. Thailand winning 51-19 against Singapore in the 5-on-5 yesterday. But then earlier on today in the 3-on-3, 17-9 against Malaysia. And they won 20-7 against Myanmar. So expect plenty of action here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. That's all we've got for today as we close day 2 of competition from the Singapore Indoor Stadium. The final results from today's action here in the second session between Laos and Philippines. It was the Philippines who managed to edge out Laos 55-61. Philippines winning that. And in the second match, Singapore against Myanmar, Singapore 17, Myanmar 51. A resounding success then for Myanmar here today on their first day of competition in the 5-on-5. That's all we've got for today. We will see you again tomorrow for more wheelchair basketball action right here at the 8th ASEAN Para Games. Goodbye.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell